Hey, it's Alan Berg. Before we get into this episode, I'm starting something called Ask Me Anything. That's right. You submit your questions and they could become an entire episode or something that I answer at the end of an episode. To submit your questions, look for the red button at podcast.alanberg.com. That's right, podcast.alanberg.com. Click on the red button, submit your question, and maybe you'll hear it here on the podcast. Thanks. Should you include planning tips in your weekly follow ups? Great question. Listen to this episode, find out. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Berg. I'm a speaker, sales trainer, consultant, author, and I help businesses like yours sell more, profit more, and have a little more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. Hey, it's Alan Berg. Welcome back to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. This is another Ask Me Anything suggestion, this time from Justin, who asked, should you include planning tips in your regular weekly follow-ups? So Justin, I need a little more information about this, so I'm going to go at this a couple of different ways. There is the follow-ups of people that have already booked you, and there's follow-ups of people who have not yet booked you. So let's start with that one. You're getting inquiries, you're following up with them. Should some of those follow-ups be planning tips? And the answer is absolutely, that's one way to do it because you're adding value. The key is to always have a call to action. If you have any questions about this, or you'd like to find out how we can help you with fill in the blank, whatever that is, contact us, right? Because you want to still have it be something they can do. Have it be short. You could possibly link to a blog on your website, so have it be real short and they click to read it. Like I'll get LinkedIn updates and I start reading an article and I have to click to read it. If it's short enough to fit right in the email, that's fine. I've seen some people doing this where the emails got really long on a phone, so make sure you're looking at it on a phone to make sure that it's not too much. But certainly adding value that way is a great way to do it. So mix in your trying to get a response messages with adding value with tips and things like that. That's a great way to keep doing that. Just make them different. Make them different, make them relevant to your business, things like that. Now, it's also a great thing that if somebody's already booked you, to have tips on helping them plan the rest of their event, which could be referrals to other vendors that you work with. It could be things related to upsells for you, right? Is it weekly? It depends. How far out is the event? If the event is a year away, are you really going to send them 52 different messages? Because you have to write them, you have to create them. If they're evergreen messages, like they're always going to be good, or at least they'll be good for a number of years, you might want to go through the work of that. We have some companies that are following up. I wouldn't say it's weekly, but it's certainly every other week. In the beginning it was closer, but then it's spread out, and they're still following up and adding value that way. Some of them, a lot of them look too similar, so it seems like you just sent me the same message you sent me 3 other times. So I would definitely mix up the look of it a little bit, try to add value. But the idea of adding value by putting planning tips and things, I think is a great idea. So I don't know if it's weekly because, again, think about it. There's 52 weeks in a year, so you'd have to write all of those. You could certainly update them by putting in some things in terms of third-party stuff, right? The Not Best of Weddings survey, or the Wedding Report said this, or myweddingsongs.com said this, right? So you could be using third-party stuff, adding in other information. So should you be following up? Again, before you make the sale, I think it's a great way to add other messages so you're hitting touch points. Is it weekly? I don't know about that. I'd have to know more about the situation. After they're booked, definitely a great idea to help them. Certainly things that will help them prepare for your service, that will help you, whether it's checklists or tools or articles. Some of the stuff is a little bit more personal. I like to do things where, hey, I saw this and I thought of you, right? So if you know something about them, you can do that. And you can't blast that out. I saw this and I thought of you. It doesn't really apply to everybody. And if it does, that's great, but usually that wouldn't be the case. So I love the idea of this, Justin. I think it's a great thing to do follow-up. Too many people are not adding value that way. So that would be a way to do it. I do that with my podcast. Every week people are getting an email, but it is a new podcast every week. Every other Monday it's a guest. So 6 times a month they're getting it. I am adding it, but it's always new. It's always fresh like this. There's over 300 episodes up that average 9 minutes. And, the guest episodes are 30, but the other ones average 9 minutes or less, actually. So nice and quick, just an idea. It's a way of staying in front of your audience. So those of you listening, this is how I stay in front of you. So could you do something that would stay in front of your audience that way? I think it's great. Just think about your kind of cadence of that, and the content might be different before and after the sale. And I think doing them both is great. I also know some people that will have things they'll mail to their couples after they're booked, but before the event, just to keep the excitement. And it might be, some swag with their logo on it. It might be, a cake cutting knife. It might be a personalized gift or something, but a lot of it is just like swag related little things. And people love getting little stuff like that in the mail. So it's a great way to do that as well, and to keep the excitement and show, hey, I'm so glad that I chose this vendor. I was so excited to work with them for my wedding. So thanks for the suggestion. If you have a suggestion, go to podcast.alanberg.com. Click on the Ask Me Anything button. Make your suggestion there. You might end up on a future episode. Be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done that. And if it lets you put a review on Apple or on YouTube, or you can even do it on Google for me, reviewalanberg.com. We'd appreciate it. And see you on the next episode. Hi, it's Alan Berg. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions podcast. If you have a suggestion for a future topic or a guest, please go to podcast.alanberg.com and you can make your suggestion there. You can also do it at Ask Me Anything, which is a button on that page, or just email me at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com. And if you'd like to find out how I can help you with sales training, a website review, consulting, or speaking for your group or organization, possibly at no cost to the organization, contact me directly, alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com. Thanks again for tuning in.